Dun, dun, dun. Let's wait for this car to go by. We'll just record here in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a huge weekend for the Coachmen. Wow, starting with today. For me, this is still Friday. It's going to be nice weather. Got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Going to do 3 videos in 3 days. And so for me, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Anyway, 3 videos in 3 days. Let's just back up to today. One thing at a time, one day at a time. We're going to go down and get the Coachmen, bring it up here to the garage, put those new batteries in it, and voila, that won't take long. That should bring the whole 12-volt house system back online and healthy. And gonna clean out some compartments, blow them out real quick, and then take it over to my oldest son's place, where I'm gonna fill up the fresh water tank, throw the pump on, see if the system pressurizes and it doesn't have any leaks. And if that happens, that will be huge. That will be huge, that if there's no problems in that the system, it's ready to go. Hey, if it needs a leak fixed, so be it. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the water system is going to be okay. Well, and then finally today, she's gonna get a nice, she's looking a little dingy. And she hasn't had a good scrub done in a while. Hopefully today she gets a good cleaning, brightens her up, and she's looking a lot better. So, and then we'll worry about, if all those things get done today, I will be happy, happy, happy. And then there's tomorrow. It'll be your Sunday, it'll be my Saturday. Maybe we'll get I gotta coat the roof, let that cure a day, probably the following day might get the solar panels up. Whew. And there's other things. There's plenty to do. All right, let me stop a minute and say this. Look, if you've enjoyed the past videos and this project that's going on, take a minute, and you can do it right now. You could hit the pause for just a couple of seconds, hit that like button. On average, the videos lately have been getting around 10,000 views. Just a general average, but why are they only getting about 1,000 likes? Okay, that's 1 out of 10 people. Look, you would do me a huge favor. You can take a minute, give this video, or the next 3, these three videos in 3 days. Take a minute, give it a thumbs up. It helps me tremendously. It pushes the video out in the YouTube world to more people. It's good for channel growth. We're closing in on 20,000 subscribers. I'm estimating that's gonna be in about 3 weeks, maybe 4. That's a big milestone for the channel. But let's get on with today. I think Bella's taking care of her stuff. She knows something's up. Yeah, it's foggy, but I gotta clean the van, a couple things out of the van real quick. I'll leave them up here at the garage, and because the van's probably gonna sit down there, or the Coachman's out all weekend, and the Coachman's gonna be up here. So let me get this all started. Whew, that's a mouthful. That's a lot. No, we're not just leaving yet. I gotta open the garage door. We gotta clean some things out of here. See, that's all right. I'll wait up here. While I'm thinking about it, we're early on in the process. I'll get to it. Okay, the things like it's been mentioned, going through and changing out the bulbs in the RV to LEDs. I'll get to it. I've done that in every RV I've had so far. We'll get there. Propane detectors, CO detectors, all that stuff. We'll get to it. It's on the list. Ordered on Amazon. It'll be here. We'll get there. All right, I know. Slow down, Dave. Slow down. Might have something to do with all that coffee this morning. Oh, and do not forget a good roll of electrical tape. One thing I got to do before we take off in the Coachman. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go? Bella. Good morning, Miss Coachman. Dirty girl. You better be ready. We've got a lot going on for you today. let's get her woke up and going. The reason I grabbed this electrical tape was I need to tape up this positive end, you know, without the house batteries. Once I start it up, the alternator is going to be putting a lot of power to this, and I don't want it touching in this metal battery box and throwing sparks and stuff. So we're going to tape this up, double, triple tape it, and we'll be ready. We'll get her started up, and yeah, I'll put another coat on that. Just a little bit better here. I'll go over this several times. I'm not gonna take any chances with that. All right, I'm gonna let her warm up a little bit. She started up pretty good. We've got a custom exhaust system on her. Oh, okay, and before I forget, I might talk about it more later. That is an empty generator bay, so we'll worry about that later. I'm gonna get creative with an aftermarket generator, like I did with the Bounder. We'll see about that. All right, Bella. Let's see here. The van's over there all locked up. To a big day. Can you pick up on my excitement and enthusiasm for this project? I love a good project. It's what makes me happy. The Coachmen is perfect. And now, judging by the recent comments about other, there's a lot of you out there, like bringing, restoring things, bringing older things back to life again. I feel like I got some comrades out there. All right, we've made it back, and I'm happy to be here to clear up a little loose end. Okay, speaking of that empty generator bay, the generator for the van that I had the issue with, it sat all winter. It did start up pretty easily, but I did get the battery in, and let's just put that to bed. Let's just confirm that it is indeed fixed. Look at that, would you? Alright, and we'll turn the economy mode on. Alright, so it's all happy. And we'll turn it off. Once we get going and decide to go on a trip or something, we might, just same thing I did on the Tioga. I might put that carrier rack on the back of the RV and put it in there, see if the plug will reach it, and I can bungee it, attach it, and actually run it on the go if I want to, or just be able to use it and without having to get it out, put it away, get it out, put it away as I go. So that's an option for now. I'll have to measure that up, see if I can custom fit it or something, see how much room's in there. And before I put these batteries in, I just want to confirm that they are indeed going to be healthy. I married them together with cables in the last video, and put the charger on to top them off, because they had been sitting on the shelf for a handful of months. So that's time to do a slight discharge. So I just wanted to hook them together, charge them both up, and then this morning, as I've been up early, I took the cables back off of it, let them rest. Kind of come back, settle back down after being on the charger hooked up. Just let them sit there and rest, kind of be idle, and then check them individually just to make sure they kind of equalized and that they're both going to be good before I install them. All right, so let's just give these a quick check here. What do we got here? Pretty nice, 13.1 volts. That's really good. That's really good. And close. It's over 13. 13.04. Yeah. And 13.1. Very good. gonna need some compressed air today. Gonna fire up the big compressor. Yeah, that carpet's all pretty shot. That's at some point it will get some price new flooring or new carpeting. I'd really prefer carpeting over hard floors. Yeah, I'll see what goes on there. In the meantime, I might. There's a guy that did the bounder. Pay him $75. He comes down with his professional carpet cleaning machine, goes through it. So I mean, I might tolerate this here at first, but you know, it's not that much to get it cleaned up, make it usable in the meantime. At least it's clean. It's faded, that's for sure. All right, there's one in there. There should be just enough room for the second one to fit. These cable ends will probably, I'll probably upgrade those. Yeah, I'll have to, we'll see what happens. I can see what I can find. I might switch that to an eyelet type and get the right crimping tool to crimp it on properly. We'll get there. They did fit, so I'm gonna get them hooked up. All right, and for what we're doing right now, for how we're using this and what we're using it for, these cables, the size of these cables is fine. We're not doing anything outside of, you know, it's normal, just running lights and the water pump maybe. When the time will come when if I go and install an inverter, you know, 1,000 or 2,000 watt inverter and start trying to make 110 volts, you know, run a coffee pot or something, and we start drawing asking a lot out of these, pulling a lot of current out of them, I will definitely upgrade these. But right now we're just using things with minimal voltage. Those will be fine. Now we know from the last video with that failing battery, we was only getting 11.4, you know, volts in the system. So only thing left to do is check, see where we're at now. And under this cabinet is that 12 volt port that I have this thing in. There we have 13.1. The Coachmen now has healthy 12 volts everywhere. Yeah, the fan, the lights, the refrigerator, and the gas valve, and what else is controlled there? The igniter, same with the hot water tank. The igniter will have a good 12 volts to the water pump and everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hear that pump running. We're about ready to go over and put some water in the tank, and yeah, I'm excited, can you tell? I decided if things hold water, what's going to happen is here, I am going to give this thing a chance. This is just the face plate and the lower part of it here. The thing is about the exact replacement, a lot of them are not exact. They're smaller. I'll be left with a gap here. There is one online. I just have to look into it further. But it doesn't come with the picture shows that it does, but the reviews show that it does not come with the with the front door. But I think the dimensions are right. But anyway, when I hook the water up, I'm going to look, you know, inspect it really close on the inside. If it's all, you know, very well intact, all the insulation and wiring and everything's in good shape, and it doesn't leak, we'll put water to it. If it holds pressure, doesn't leak or anything, I might actually give this one a chance. And a couple of you noticed that this the drain plug was actually screwed into this pressure release valve, and I didn't notice that. So I'll get some fresh Teflon tape and put that in there. Alright, it's just a nylon plug. So there we go. We'll get some water in her later. I think I'm all done here. I think we're gonna head over and put some water in this tank and see what happens. And then hopefully get this thing a bath. The day is sneaking by here. I meant to stop at the auto parts store and get a thing of you know, truck, car, RV wash. But I'm not gonna make a special trip out. I just might use good old Mr. Clean in the bucket. It's just an initial cleaning anyhow. It might do a really good job. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? The truth is, at this stage of things, I'd be happy. I could put everything else aside. I mean, getting everything working, I could put all that aside today. I would just be happy to just give it its bath, its first bath. It hasn't been, who knows when it's had a good wash lately. Just to have it brightened up and looking better, that would just make me happy, just doing that. So, getting some productive things done, it's all bonus today. Well, keep your fingers crossed. We've made it over here. I'm filling the fresh water tank up. I really, really hope for a little bit of luck here. If there's no water leaks, that would just be so awesome. If there is, I'll deal with it. We'll know shortly. You know, from a distance, it probably doesn't look too dirty, or maybe it does. But look, you know, just look at the dirt on it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Come on. So I don't know how good this will, show up on camera. I wanted to stop and get some wax, some good cleaner and wax, but we got to start somewhere. Yeah, and from running down each side of the air conditioner. By the way, I did look at that installation, and it's really not a very good installation. I'll probably completely redo that, and I might look at the specs on that, maybe put something bigger in it. Don't know yet. That might be a 5,000 or a 6,000 BTU. I don't know, maybe we'll step it up a notch when I do it. Yeah, and here's more of that nasty. I mean, it's gonna take some scrubbing, that's for sure. Well, so far so good. I don't see any water running out of it anywhere. The main test is gonna be when I turn the pump on and system pressurize. I'll have to go around, open each faucet and get all the air out of the system, and then at that point the pump should shut off after I turn everything back off, and it should stay off. If it keeps kicking on every couple of seconds or every 5 minutes, then it probably means it has a leak. If it goes off and stays off for a good hour or longer even, that means there's probably no leaks, and the check valve is going to be okay in the pump. Of course, a good visual inspection too of the whole system. We'll see what happens. I'm not worried about using the proper hose to fill it right now, for potable water, those white hoses, because this will get all drained, and then we'll add if there's no leaks, then at that point probably drain it and add or half drain it and add a water bleach solution to sanitize the system. And at that point I'll be using the proper hose for doing this. Well, that tank is actually about half full now. I mean, that's oops, almost tripped. Pump. It's just running constant. I hear air. It may take some doing here to get all that pump might, even though it makes noise, it's running. It doesn't mean that pump's any good. I think that's a drain. That's the low water drain. It just goes into here directly. I might have to run and go get a new pump for it. Hang on, let's see what's going on over here. Nothing. I don't think that pump's pumping. Oh. I think that's the cold water. Maybe the hot water tank's filling up. It seems we got cold water everywhere. Well, I heard a difference in the pump now. Oh, now it sounds like it's doing something. But it's slowing down. Oh, it shut off. I think we got pressure now. Let's check the hot. All right, that's foaming up a little bit. That's that winter, that like that antifreeze for winterizing. All right, pump shut off again. Okay, I think we got the air out here. I'll do the commode. Yeah, some antifreeze came out of there too. That pink antifreeze. Good, so it's been winterized. Alright, there's air out of that line. Let's see what's going on here. Let's bleed this air out. And we know we had some on the cold. Boy, a lot more pressure now too. More of that antifreeze coming. More of that antifreeze coming out of the line. Alright. You know what? We're doing good here. We're doing really good. That tank is about 3/4 full or more. Oh, we're doing good. Let's go back up here. Yep. There's that foamy antifreeze. This one can probably get upgraded. Not real good pressure here, but that little screen in there might be partly clogged. That's why I gotta take those out. And okay, we got hot here. Okay, there's more air, more foam. I bet that's. This is the only one that seems restricted. I bet that just needs clean. Oh, there's more air coming out. And that pump shuts off just like it's supposed to. We are doing really, really well here. Really well. So what I'll do is I'll leave the system under pressure. I'll leave the pump on. And I'll keep an ear out for if that pump starts kicking on every once in a while. Could mean there's a slow leak. Just keep an eye on things for a bit. But I think we're going to be so far it looks like we're going to be okay. Nice. Yeah, man. We're going to call that good. I looked underneath real good. I don't see any dripping underneath the motorhome. That pump is staying off. I'm super, super, super pleased with that. That is a big thing. Yeah, back to that hot water tank again. I actually am going to try to light it just briefly. Because then that'll tell me a couple of things that the rest of the system for it, you know, the switch where you turn it on to light it, and that whole circuit in the igniter, and propane, might be some still error in that part of the system, but you know, if I know it's got the good 12 volts and the igniter and the propane, that'll just tell me that it's ready for a new, you know, I could fire this one up and use it maybe, but I can put a new one in here and I know it'll light right off and go. All right, I think this is the switch for it. Wow, it lit. I can hear it kind of sputtering a little bit because there was some air in the line. Wow. Should settle down here in a minute. This little flue might need adjusted, whatever you call that. I did blow it out real good. Amazing. Yep, heat's coming out of here right here where it's supposed to. Now that's amazing. We are really having some luck here. I mean, really. I mean, I'm ready to try to turn a refrigerator on at this point. Wouldn't that be a miracle if it works too? I'm gonna let that run for a bit. Keep an eye and ear on it. Wow, could we have not only water but hot water? Wow. Pretty pleased here. Oh, look at all the stuff in there. It looks like coconut. I know it's not. It's probably calcium buildup from in the water system, but I'm gonna clean that out and put it back in and see what happens. Oh. All right, that was certainly better flow than we had. That's nice. All right, I think that's enough. I'll turn that hot water tank off, and maybe it's just worthy of a closer inspection. Knowing that it works and it doesn't leak, I'm gonna take a close look at that before I even think about, you know, using it or allowing it to come up to full temperature. I think I just got back down off the roof. I took my bucket and my big scrub brush up top. I was gonna wash the roof. I changed my mind. It's beautiful up there. I know it looked pretty good, you know, when I initially was gonna buy it. I thought that doesn't look bad, and the seams all look pretty healthy. So I thought that's pretty nice actually. Getting up there to clean it, here the roof, it's a metal roof, and the metal itself has never had anything put on it. It's metal. It's shiny, not shiny, but it's clean metal. And it's one piece. There are no seams, and around the edges where it meets the rest, you know, each edge, the caulking or whatever they use to seal that is all still really nice shape. There are a couple places I am going to get there with some Dicor self-leveling. There are a couple spots I am going to go around and put in, you know, do a little bit. But I mean, all in all, it's beautiful. It's all solid up there. It's wow. I'm having a bit of luck. Having a bit of luck with this RV. Well, I'm thankful for that. Nothing like running into troubles and saying, "Oh no." So, knock on wood. Right? And I did a little test there getting started down here. You can probably see the difference. All right, probably better if it was on the sunny side, but all the way up here. So that Mr. Clean is getting the job done. It's cutting through this stuff like really nice. And there's some spots on here that they're a little more stubborn, but they'll come off. But it's gonna get its initial cleaning now, get the heavy stuff off of it, and it's gonna get more attention. It'll get a second wash, just go around all the nooks and crannies and around all the compartments, and really thorough later, and then, you know, then I'll wax it. But, I'm just happy to get her 90% clean. We'll have a look at it later. I got the back done for now. It's initial cleaning. It brightened up pretty dang nice, and you know, there's still could be some stubborn areas here, like, you know, this black streaking. You know, most of it came off. Hang on, let's see, can you see that black streaking? What's good for that is you know, soft scrub, cleanser with bleach. We'll just rub this around a little bit and let it sit a minute or two, and I'll put it on this, you know, strip here too. That's all. Let's see what that does to it. I already see it fading. Yeah, so gonna need some elbow grease. This thing, I believe, will shine up quite nicely. I might wash the entire thing, the soft scrub with bleach. It does a really good job on just cutting through the, you know, the grime. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I'm done. We're done. It cleaned up pretty well. It is so much whiter and brighter now. It, you know, it doesn't need going over again. I'll probably take my time with it, get a bucket out and different, you know, cleansers and scrub brushes and go around the nooks and crannies everywhere. A couple of little troubled spots that didn't quite come off, but they will. It's it brightened up pretty nice, and I think it's going to remain dull for a while. We'll see. I'm gonna look into some waxes. You know, the whole time there was a really good, I think 3,500 psi pressure washer in the garage, but I wouldn't use it on an old motorhome. The you know, you got the old decals and old you know, the window sills and compartment sills, and I just wouldn't put high pressure to it like that. So, and really, even so, nothing. I mean, unless you got a pressure washer that'll take paint off, I mean, nothing's really going to get that film off, you know, that only a good hand scrubbing, good hand washing will get. So, you know, the only time I'd use a pressure washer would be once it's all washed. Sometimes you go around and you just go ahead and wash it, but all that soap kind of dries on it. I mean, I rinsed as I went to avoid that. But, you know, if it was all just go for it and wash it and let it dry on there, I'd probably, you know, step back a bit, you know, and just go and just keep pressure washing and for, you know, for a bit of a distance and give it a good thorough rinsing that way. But yeah, not enough for clean. I'm not going to blast, you know, really put the pressure to it, and not a good idea. Things have gone so well today that, remember, it's Friday for me, it's probably Saturday for you. But you know, I have all Saturday, I have tomorrow, I get Saturday and Sunday. I'll still get a lot done on this weekend. I will probably get the solar on the roof. Pretty excited about that already. And I'm amazed the roof was in such not really good condition. I mean, I really lucked out with this thing. So yeah, I'll get up and try to get that solar on this weekend. Nice. And the trouble is, you know, right now I'm running the ceiling fan, drawing the, you know, pulling cool air in, or it's pretty warm, not too bad. It was getting warm inside. Turn the fan on, pull some cooler air in, it's comfortable. But there's nothing charging those new batteries right now. So I'm sure they've come down. They were at 13.1 when I looked last. I'm sure they probably maybe trickled down a tiny bit. That fan doesn't use a lot of power. But they'll eventually just go dead, eventually, if there's nothing putting it back. No generator running, no engine running. They're just on their own. Once that solar's up there, they would certainly bring in more power than what that fan uses. So, yeah, so I need to get it up there. So we're gonna go head back over the garage. And that's probably plenty for this video, right? I have no idea how long it is at this point. That's it for today, and yeah, this video, but I'll probably go back later on and start the next one and get busy on it after I take a nice break. I'm ready for a break, Bella. How about you? You all worn out? Huh? You exhausted? All right, we're off. Thanks for coming along today. I'll see you next time.